Hello, today is the 7th day of me doing the shadowing technique for 30 days. Today we'll not have the topic that I told you we'll have last time on day 6. Today we'll have President Reagan's interview with Godfrey Hodgson of the BBC on April 20th, 1988. I hope that won't be so difficult because so we have a plus that is American accent pretty clear. I don't know if I'll have any problems with the accent, but probably I won't. And the problem that we have, the difficulties, is that non-adaptized speech and that's official language. So there can be some fancy words, I don't know, terms from different spheres, from economics, government terms, so that they're using their in official speeches. So I don't know how is it going to turn out to be, but you'll know after I'll do the shadowing. But for now, let's go.
Well, I think that anyone who is faced with need and through no fault of his own or her own,
her own.
yes, government can play a part
Yes, government can play a part
in helping them.
in helping them.
My criticism, and one of the things that we sought to change, and
In my criticism, and one of the things that we want to change
still seeking to get changed,
and still seeking to get changed
the nature of welfare reform,
in the nature of welfare reform
is that it's one thing to help someone
is that it's one thing to help someone
to once again become self-sustaining,
to once again become self-sustaining,
but it's another thing when government
but it's another thing when government
then introduces a welfare program that actually preserves the jobs for
the program that actually preserves the jobs for
bureaucrats and makes
the bureaucrats and makes the
dependence of that individual permanent,
permanent,
rather than seeking to bring them out of that to where
rather than seeking to bring them out of that to
they can earn their own livelihood.
where they can earn their own livelihood. Well, it wasn't so difficult. There weren't so many terms as I expected, but I still had to slow down to 0.9. But still, President Reagan is speaking pretty slowly, not that fast. Just I had to have some time to repeat. So I done exactly 15 minutes out of 46 minutes of the interview. So I guess on day 8 and 9 I'll continue, so there would be 3 parts of me doing this interview. Well, I already told you the name of the interview, and the link to this interview would be in the description, but I'll repeat myself, the same thing as I told you many times. If you're doing shadowing for the first time, don't try difficult non-adaptized speech. If it has an accent that's even worse, start with something easier, of your level, maybe a bit lower. Maybe you can slow it down if you're not comfortable with the speed, and when you have some practice with the shadowing technique, you can switch to some more difficult materials. Again, the interview, maybe once they have some accents, some difficult words, vocabulary. If you don't have any problems with the vocabulary, that's fine. You can do some advanced. You can take advanced materials. But that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As I already told you, on the next day we'll do the second part of the interview. Bye. See you on day 7.